Hello, paparazzi. I am Ericka Wise. I'm an elite independent consultant with our awesome business, and I have a serious topic to talk about today. But I got a couple disclaimers before we jump in. Okay, number one, share this with your teams, share this with your friends, share this with people you know, because this is good info that we all need. Number two, I am not an expert, I'm not a medical doctor, not a scientist. I don't even play one on TV, right? I hope you get that reference. I am not an expert in this area. This is not my expertise, and I don't ever want it to be my expertise. And then number three, this is not an exhaustive list. Okay, this is what I came up with and what I have shared with mine, and I know that many of you get training from me when you don't have it in other areas, and so this is important for me to share with everyone who wants it. So this is not an exhaustive list at all. You can come up with other things, you can add to them, but my impetus is to share, and I hope that it helps you. I hope that it gives you a different perspective, and I hope that it maybe shines a light in a little bit of the darkness that we have going on right now. And so I've titled this How to Protect Your Business During the COVID-19 Outbreak. And that is a provocative title, but I couldn't come up with another one. I couldn't come up with anything better. And so maybe it's not so much protect, but maybe how to continue working your business through this and how to make it a viable business through this, because the world is something right now. It's something right now. And we, as small business owners, as independent consultants, we need to really think through some of the things that we do and be prepared and be ready. And so the very first thing, number one, you got to hear me, put your listening ears on. Number one, trust Paparazzi Corporate. Remember, our founders are men and women just like us. Our founders have children just like you do. Our founders fear for their own safety and health just like you do. And so I'm not sure if you're aware, but typically this time of the year, Misty spends quite a bit of time in China. She goes over, and it's considerable amount of time that she spends in China, and she's there checking the manufacturing with the design and making sure things are right in true Misty style. Well, 2020, Misty has not been to China. Okay, they are taking that level of precaution that the one who spends months in China in the spring is not in China. So I need you to trust paparazzi. Trust that they have the human best interest in mind. They didn't start this business for all the money. They started it because they loved it. They started it because people wanted to be part of it. And they're still those people that they were in 2000 and whatever, 11. I should know that answer. 2011, when this really started. They're not thinking of the dollar. They're thinking of the human. They're thinking of you as a human. They're thinking of their manufacturers in China as humans. They're thinking of their employees in Utah as humans. And so you need to just trust them. Trust that they are planning, trust that they are preparing, trust that they are thinking through every single scenario. And then that leads me to, if you don't hear it from the horse's mouth, don't believe it. I have seen posts saying that this, that, or the other is canceled. It hasn't come from corporate. It's not canceled. Until you get the official email from paparazziaccessories.com, don't believe it. Okay? Trust our founders, trust our corporate staff. They're human, they love us, they want us to succeed, and they will do what they believe is best. Give them space to think, give them space to work it out. They're watching everything we're watching, they're watching the same news we are watching, they're reading the same reports that we are watching. They will make an informed decision. But if you are panicking, you take away, and if you're in their inbox flipping out, you take away their time and energy. from making that informed decision. So trust them. Okay? Number 2, do not panic. Okay? Don't buy into the panic, and sure as shooting, don't feed the panic. Okay? If you're on your news feed and I check it and there's like 97 articles about, you're feeding the panic. Even if you say, oh, I want my friends to be informed, you're still feeding the panic. Okay? Read, consume what you want to consume. I'm going to advise you to turn the news off because we know 24-hour news, it's an adventure. And so don't buy the panic. Don't feed the panic. It's already rough out there. Don't make a bad thing worse. So do not panic. Control your own emotions. Control your own mind. Control your own typing fingers. And do not panic. You're not going to help yourself. You're surely not going to help anyone else. And you're not going to help your business. People see you panicking, especially if you're a leader, especially if you're an influencer. They see you panicking, they're going to start panicking. And leaders, team leaders, I need you to hear me. Your team does what you do. If you're panicking, they're going to cause problems, and there's going to be rampant negativity in your team, and you don't want that. You don't have the time or energy to put out all those fires. Just breathe. Understand that panic spreads fast. I'm not saying put your head in the sand. No, I am well informed. I am reading all the same WHO and CDC reports that you are reading, but I'm not spreading rumors, gossip, and panic. Okay? So don't panic. Don't buy it. Don't feed it. Number 3, be smart. This is common sense. Wash your hands. Don't pick your nose. Don't suck your thumb. Right? Be smart. Be smart. If you want to wear your gloves and your mask when you go out in public, go wear your gloves and your mask when you go out in public. If you are immunosuppressed, if you are at risk, if you are high risk, take the proper precautions. Be smart. Vitamin C up. This is mine. This is celery juice. This stuff, ooh, it's hard to drink because it tastes like celery, but it also will help me with my own health struggles, okay? So be smart. Wash your hands. Don't pick your nose. Don't suck your thumb. If you are delicate, if you have a delicate family member, avoid the sick like the plague. And that's, be smart, okay? Just be smart about this. Number 4, I'm sorry, I skipped a number. Realize that our jewelry cannot house the virus. So here's what you have to understand. Paparazzi orders our pieces, gosh, months in advance. They don't give us an exact number because I don't think they want to give away those secrets, but months and months and months and months and months and months in advance. It takes a month for the ship to come from China to the U.S. ports. Well, give or take a month. And then it's got to go through customs, so it's sitting at the port for a while. And then it's got to come to Utah, and that's probably a couple day drive. I don't know that math, but you can figure that out if you want to. And then it goes to our warehouse in Utah where it stays stored for about 6 months. So we're at, 8 or 9 months before the jewelry is ever opened by our corporate staff, by the packers and the pickers, right? So we're at months of span of time between when the jewelry leaves China and when the jewelry gets to your hands. And then it's got to wait until it shows up in new releases, and then you got a week before it gets to you. I mean, we're at 8 or 9 or 10 months here. The virus can't live that long. And so your jewelry is perfectly safe and perfectly secure, because current research, and again, this is still a new thing, and research is changing, but current research shows that the virus lives between 24 and 96 hours on surfaces. Human to human contact is a little different, but on surfaces, on the things we touch, like on your pens or what have you, 24 to 96 hours humidity in temperature or the variance in those. And so our jewelry has had 9 months since it was ever in China. The virus, if it ever was there, is long since dead. And so the jewelry you're selling now today has been in the U.S. for months. It never even saw the virus. And the jewelry that will come later, when China is open and producing again, may have seen the virus in China, but then it's got this span of time where it has died. It has been, it is inert. It is no longer a viable virus. And so understand that the virus is not alive on the jewelry that will come in the future. And the jewelry we're selling now never even saw the fabrics. Your customers know that our things are manufactured in China. You can explain that process to them, and it is okay to explain that process to them. Tell them you don't know exact figures, but 8, 9, 10 months. Okay, it's been an extended timeline, and our jewelry's been sitting in the U.S. for months, right? Okay, so you don't panic, and you have the answer ready to explain to your customers about it. Okay, and then be okay if that customer just ain't gonna hear it because they're just afraid. It's not your job to convince people. You just let them be where they are, and you go and you sell jewelry and we have fun. Okay, so some people aren't gonna accept that, and that is okay. Don't spend all your time trying to convince Sally Sue over there when Mary's over here and she needs something for, right? Don't worry about that. Number 4, be compassionate and passionate. Lots of people are scared right now. Lots of people's bottom lines are being threatened right now. And we have an opportunity that changes lives, especially in the financial world. You've seen it change yours, and I've seen it change mine. But, and it's a big but, you got to be compassionate about this. You can't be in everybody's inbox who's like, my job is going to shut down for 3 weeks. I'm not going to get paid. You can't be in their inbox being like, girl, I got what you need. I mean, you can, especially if you know them that kind of well. But if it's just an acquaintance, they're going to be mad at you. So you got to have some compassion. You can start with compassion. You can start with commenting on those. Oh, girl, I would be so scared if that were happening to me. I'm so sorry this is happening. Like, that is compassion. And so you've commented on hers, and now you need to go over to your Facebook. Here's how you do this. You comment with compassion and love and understanding. Then you go over to your Facebook and you post about how paparazzi has changed your financial future and how you're so grateful to work at home and how this has let you work with your babies at home for over a year now or however long it has. Don't hit her up and be like, I got what you need. She probably already knows you got what you need, but she's scared. You go to yours and you tell what you have, what they need without, right? Because that's off-putting sometimes. People lose jobs and then someone's in their inbox going, you need to sign up for but be passionate about what you do. I will never stop sharing this opportunity. This opportunity absolutely changed my life, 180'd it, turned it on its head, and made it amazing. I will always, with passion, share what I do. And I will share it now more than ever. But I won't beat you over the head with it, right? I won't beat you over the head with it and tell you got to do this because this is going to be your salvation. Although I believe that, and it's true in my life, but I'm not going to beat you over the head with it. And so I want to encourage you to share the opportunity now more than ever, but share it in that roundabout way. You with me? I hope that makes some sense there. And so all you have to do is simply show how it changed your life. Show how you've been working at home for a very long time. That's been kind of my pitch right now, because a lot of my colleagues, former colleagues, excuse me, are now moving to all online courses. And it's a shock and it's a change and they're not ready for it. And they're losing it. And I'm saying I've been working at home for over 5 years. I've been doing this for a very long time. And it's awesome. So maybe you should think about this, right? So that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I've worked from home for a long time and I love it and I've gotten used to it. And so I want you to be compassionate when you talk to people, but be passionate when you share this opportunity. If you come from a place of this changed my life, this has given me security, this has let me have that savings account that I didn't have before, or what have you, people will pay attention. And I've got a very long list here, so stick with me. This is going to be a long video. Sorry, but there's a lot we need to talk about. Number 6, have inventory ready and more coming. This is not the time to slack off on your inventory. In fact, this may be the time to order up on inventory because we don't know when people will be able to go back to their full-time jobs. And so they're going to be home for weeks. And when we're bored, what do? We shop. right? And so you need inventory. You need pieces to show them. You need more new coming. And so make sure your inventory is ready and more is coming. Don't slack on this. The sales will come. They may not come immediately because there's a big shock factor right now, but they will come in time. Okay? They will come in time. So be ready. Number 7. I'm going to be okay with customers not shopping. That kind of rolls right into number 6 there. Be okay with customers not shopping with you right now. It's not personal. This has nothing to do with you. It's not about you. They don't hate you. No, they're afraid. Their world has changed. Some people are losing their income. Some people are losing one income or both incomes. Some people are taking a pay cut because they're going to work at home, and they're afraid. And they're planning for the future, and they're saying, I can't buy jewelry because I'm going to need to pay my mortgage or my rent or my light bill or what have you. And so it has nothing to do with you if they don't shop with you. Be okay with that. Let them be, show them compassion and love and understanding, because when it clears up, they'll come back and they'll remember you and they'll be like, you know what? Ericka was good to me during that. She wasn't even mad at me. I felt guilty, but she wasn't, like, right? Be passionate, be compassionate with people. Show them love, and then it's not personal. Stop taking it personal. Don't allow yourself to take it personal. If your sales dip a little bit, hold on. They're coming back, okay? Number 8, realize that you are someone's outlet and joy. We hear all the time stories about how your life brings me joy, or coming to hang out with you on Thursday nights makes me so happy, or this, that, or the other. And you need to wrap your mind around that you are someone's joy. You are the bringer of joy. $5 jewelry changes the world one piece at a time. And we do that by bringing excitement and joy. And I want you to think about all those moms who are now homeschooling their kids and they ain't ready for this. And they're like, I need something better to do than, like, ugh. You are bringing them joy. You are their fun. And I need you to act accordingly. Be the fun. Be the joy. Acknowledge it in your own self that you are their joy. You are their bright spot sometimes. And then acknowledge that your life can be the bright spot in the crazy of Facebook. You know it. You've seen it. You've seen some of the panic. You've seen all the articles and all the whatnots. Your life can be the bright spot in the crazy of Facebook. Act accordingly. Okay. Number 9, have more ways to sell. If some people use lives as their outlet, like we just talked about. Some people use lives as their joy and they have fun hanging out with you. But now all these newly work from home moms, they have no patience. They can't watch a live. They're just trying not to just murder these little people that they made, right? They have no patience. And so you need more ways to sell. You need to be selling all the ways. Go where your customer is. Don't ask them to come to you, right? And so have more albums, have more wall drops, have website opportunities, sales, do the lives, keep doing lives. Lives are fun. Again, you can be their joy, but understand that she may not have the brain power for that, but she can shop an album. She can shop a wall drop or this, that, or the other, right? And so have more ways to sell, offer options. If you usually do 2-hour lives, what if after the live is over, you did a 5-minute recap where you just put the camera across the wall and you show what's left and you let them shop that way? Because those children, she can't handle it anymore, but she can do a 5-minute live, right? So offer those different ways of shopping for your customers. And then the last one, focus on paparazzi, not the panic. And this is a long video, so I hope you're still here because I need you to focus on paparazzi, not the panic. If your timeline is just all back up, back off, pull it back in, rein it back in. And remember, Trent Kirby said it at EMP. I hope you got to hear him. We share hope. Paparazzi is a company based on hope, founded by hope, full of hope. Focus on that. Focus on sharing hope. Focus on sharing joy. Focus on sharing life, light, and love, and compassion, and passion. What if your timeline is the bright spot in all the Facebook panic? Because you are selling hope, because you are the hope dealer. Will it make you stand out in the crowd? You better believe it. And isn't that what we want? We don't want to look like everybody else. So what if you focus on paparazzi and not the panic? You be the one bright spot in the world. You be the one who's got your head in the right place, loves what you do, doesn't buy into, doesn't feed the panic, and tells everyone, look, I get it, the world's a mess. Maybe I got what you need over here. Good luck.